Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a review and tutorial on some new volumizing hot rollers from T3Micro. So I teamed up with them today to show you guys how I created this hairstyle using their hot rollers, and I love anything that has to do with big hair. So I got these big, bouncy, voluminous waves and I absolutely love them. So I'm going to show you how I create them in this tutorial. But before we get into the tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys the volumizing hot rollers. So here they are. This is the volumizing hot rollers LUXE from T3Micro, and you get 8 rollers, and they are very luxurious looking. They're like some fancy hot rollers. Here are the beautiful fancy hot rollers, and they are lined with velvet. So fancy. So it's definitely going to be easier on your hair. You're not going to get tangles when you put these hot rollers in, but they come in this beautiful black set with, of course, the rose gold kind of bronzy details. So I absolutely love that. And they're a pretty good size. I like big hot rollers. I don't like small ones because I do like the big bouncy hair versus something like tight curls. I'm not really a fan of that personally, but I do love how huge these hot rollers are. They're such a nice size. So let me show you guys the size of the rollers. So this is the big size. This is going to be 1 3/4 inches, and then there's also going to be the smaller size, which is going to be 1.5 inches. Also, this set is packaged really well, and they do give you the proper storage for it. So it does come with this nice big case. It's a zippered case, and it will come with your box, so you have a nice secure place to store your hot rollers because you don't want to damage them and you just want to keep them all together. So this is what it looks like inside. It's deep, so you can put the rollers at the very bottom, and it also comes with this mesh pocket, so you can keep the clips in here too. It does come with 8 clips, so you can secure your hot rollers on the top of your head. So these are definitely handy. I love hot rollers that has the clips that you could just clip on. It's so easy. I also love the fact that you have 2 different options when it comes to heat settings. So you have a low heat and a high heat. I personally use the high heat, but if you're worried about damaging your hair, or if your hair is really sensitive or it's just damaged already and you want to kind of, focus on what heat you want, you do have the option of low heat. Alright, so now it's time for the hair tutorial. So if you want to see how I created this look with the hot rollers, then just keep watching. So I'm going to be working with day 2 old hair. I washed my hair yesterday, and I do have some leftover product in my hair, but it's not super dirty, but I feel like day 2 or day 3 is the best days for me to have the best looking hair. So I'm going to start off with the Way Dry Shampoo Foam. I'm going to spray this in my roots just so I can get a little bit of volume, and I also like the texture it gives my hair, and it helps with some of the oil too. I don't think I need a whole lot of product in my hair today because, like I said, it's not that dirty. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit. I'll probably use about that much for my hair. So I'm just going to run it through my fingers first, and I'm going to get underneath in my roots and start massaging this in my hair. You want to make sure when you massage it in your hair, it's completely dry, and you don't want to leave any wet spots. So I feel like just working it in the hair will help dry it and make this product set a little bit. Alright, I think I'm good. Now before I put my hair in the rollers, I like to just spray it lightly with a little hairspray. So the one I'm going to use is from Marc Anthony, and this is the Volume Hairspray. I've been loving this to give a little body to my hair, but it's also, a very light hairspray at the same time. So I like using it if I want, a little bit of volume and a little extra bounce to my hair. So I'm going to prep my hair with some of that. I quickly wanted to show you before we got started is when your rollers are ready to go, you'll see these little white dots at the top. That's when you'll know that they're at their heat setting and they're ready to go. So I'm going to start off with the middle section first right here, and I'm going to use the biggest rollers because that's where I want the most volume, and I'm going to do the smaller rollers on the side. I do have only 8 different rollers, so that's not going to be enough to cover my whole head, but you'll see I will leave the bottom pieces out, and I'll just curl that with a regular curling iron because they are just curls that are going to be tucked underneath the hair, and I'm using this more for volume, so I'll be focusing those more on the top of my head. Alright, so I'm going to section off the center of my hair first, and I'll probably just clip this aside for right now. Okay, so I'm going to take this section right here. There we go. So that is the amount of hair that I'm going to work with. I'm going to take my first roller right here, and this is the big size, and I'm going to start to wrap my hair around. And I do have some layers that will probably, you know, stick out, so you just got to tuck them in there and roll backwards. And once that's in place, they give you these little clips, and you just clip it on, and it clips it in place. And I'm just going to do the same with this back one right here. So I just put in the 4 big rollers on the top portion of my head, and I did roll them back so they are going away from my face. And now I'm going to do 2 of the side sections so you guys can see how I do that. Again, I'm just going to spray just a little bit of hairspray on the side, and I'm going to work with this section right here, and I'm going to roll this away from my face. So I'm starting kind of in the center, and I'm going to roll backwards just like that, and I'm going to take one of the clips and clip it like that. And I'm going to do the same thing with this section right here. Again, I'm just wrapping it away from my face, and then, you know, wrapping it close to my head, and then you're going to clip it. So I do have all 8 rollers in my head right now, and they are sitting very comfortably on my head. And you will notice that I did put the rollers facing up and down. So when I let them down, the curls will go away from my face in like a soft wave. So now I'm going to curl the bottom section of my hair, and I'm going to do loose waves that will just kind of go along with the ones that will be up here. So I'm going to let these rollers sit for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to take them down, and I'll show you how I style my hair. Alright, so 30 minutes is up, and during that time I did do loose waves on the bottom section of my hair to match the top. So now it's time to take these down and see how they look. Okay, I'm going to start off with the side ones first, and we'll see how these look. I'm a little nervous because I don't know how they're going to turn out, but we will see. So I'm just going to unclip this and take this down. Ooh, look how bouncy that is. How cute. All right, let's do the other one. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like after you take the curls down. So now it's time to, you know, style the hair. And I like to have my hair parted in the center. So I'm just going to find my part and let it do its thing. I'm loving the body that my hair has right now and the bounce. Sometimes you just can't get that with a curling iron, but you can definitely get it with hot rollers. So before, you know, this loses its shape, I'm going to lightly spray it with some hairspray just to lock this in a little bit, and then I'm going to tease the roots a bit just to add some more volume. All right, you guys, so this is what it looks like in the end. I definitely have a lot of volume in this hair right now. So I'm just going to lightly spray it with this volume hairspray that I used earlier just to kind of keep it in place and keep that volume. This smells like coconuts, by the way. I love it. And I'm just gonna lift it a bit. Fluff it. All right, so this is the final look, and this is how I get big, voluminous hair with a lot of body and bounce, and I absolutely love it. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will list all the information down below on where you can get your own T3Micro Volumizing hot rollers. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.